Do you think the developments of technology is helping sales professionals overall or hurting them when it comes to developing relationships?
Yeah, that's a good question. I guess honestly, I think it's hurting. I'll be honest. Like, I think it is hurting just because a lot of people are turning to automation and AI to just like handle everything for them. I personally believe AI is great. First off, like I always put this caveat. I love AI. I was using it this morning to help refine some stuff that I was writing out. But when it comes to the two highest value activities you can do in our world, in the recruitment space, I think are talking to candidates, talking to clients and prospects, right? Everything else is secondary to those two things. If you do those two things a lot, I guarantee you'll be successful long term because you have to do those things to make placements. I think everything else from an AI perspective should be behind the scenes for those. But when it comes time to person, I want to step in. I want to have the conversation. I want to develop the relationship and I want that human to human interaction. I also think prospects want that too. I mean, this isn't new technology with LinkedIn, but LinkedIn voice notes, not a lot of people use them. The amount of people that respond to me saying like, wow, like I had a guy last week, he's like, no one's ever sent me this. Like no one's ever like held up their phone, like sent a 27-second message, shot off. Like he's like, no one's ever done this to me. And it caught his attention immediately. And I think a lot of people from the prospect side slash client, they want that human interaction. They want to see your face via video. They want to hear your voice via LinkedIn voice note. They don't want the AI generated, hey, I saw you like this post. Like I hate those things. Like it's like everyone's trying to take the shortcuts and prospects are getting wiser to that because as they see more and more of it, they realize it's just AI generated and they're leaning more and more towards the human interaction side of things.
The reason why I ask is I love how you said that, hey, should I take this person out for lunch? Because when I learned, and again, I'm not super old, I have been working for like decades, but even, when I started as a recruiter in 2014, around that time, like it was all about meeting the candidates and clients in person.
Yep.
And where is the magic of that? And even almost a decade later, some of our best accounts are the ones I made the effort, take out to dinner, take out to lunch. They keep coming back. And yeah, in a business world, I love the fact that you said, got to create your moat because if you're not making the effort, meet someone in person, someone else will. There's no
Yep.
amount of calls or emails that will be as impactful as an in-person coffee or lunch or dinner,
Yep.
right? And but then with AI and Zoom and all that stuff, all that magic is going away, and people are becoming less patient, and people are becoming lazier. They're like, why meet Keely when I can just do a Zoom, right?
Yeah.
And I think for those who are still like focused in our local geographic market or people who can commute, you absolutely should make the effort to do that because do not underestimate the power of just meeting someone in person.
I mean, 100% agree. I met someone, they're Indiana, which isn't too far from me, like maybe an hour away, Indiana-based hospital. And I kind of asked her the same question I asked that other, how do you choose who to work with? And her current recruitment agency, she's like, they're not even local. She's like, I never see them. She's like, you're the first rep I've seen in the last couple of years. Like, really? Like, no one's driven out? Like, they were an ideal client. I was blown away that no one was making the effort to show up, take her out to lunch, sit down with her face to face. I mean, it goes a long, long way. Even I was thinking back as you're talking, some of my best business development weeks were in the life sciences space. There's a chemistry week. I literally spent every day dropping off bagels to all my prospects and clients. I mean, we're talking 5 minute FaceTime, like not a lot. Like I'm driving an hour north to drop off bagels and talk to a manager for 5 to 7 minutes. The amount of positive responses and like calls I got later on because of that far outweighed anything you could do from an email or AI type outreach, right? They loved it. They thought it was great because it showed you put in a little extra effort and a little extra care.
In terms of AI, is there anything that you are excited for specifically about like augmenting, improving the sales process, or just more concerned?
I mean, I'm excited about, I know like ChatGPT just dropped like the operator. I mean, the hot topic right now is that deep seek, I believe it is. But I'm excited about some of the manual research. Like this has been going on for a couple of years now, mind you. But like a lot of the heavy lifting when it came to doing like account research, buyer persona research, AI can really do a lot of that stuff for you. Where you could, in theory, come in to work every day, you know about so and so's background, you can know what's going on with the company, there might be alerts that popped up, right? All that stuff you can automate and have delivered to you. Now it's your job to take that information and then use it within your outreach to those prospects. But I think when it comes to some of the manual admin of work of prospecting and researching, I'm excited for the fact what AI can do about that. The scary part though is, I mean, it is like the rise of there's AI video, right? There is that. And there's AI, I mean, outreach messaging, as we know, there's thousands of them. I'm curious slash scared to see where it goes from here because someone smarter than me once said like the version you see today is the worst version you'll see moving forward. And when you think about it, it's like that is true, right? This in theory, this technology should only get better and better. So it'll be interesting to see where we're at in 3 to 5 years from a video perspective. Or I mean, hell, someone reached out to me and they said, hey, I have an AI inbound bot. Do you want to give it a call? And I'm curious. I'm like, hell yeah, let me try it out. Was it great? No, but like it wasn't bad either. Like I was conversing with an AI bot on the phone. I'm like, this this isn't like terrible. So like I am kind of scared that we'll lose the human interaction that I
Mhm.
think we all want and crave. I mean, we're a social species. That's just a fact. I
Mhm.
just fear where AI takes it from here, honestly.
I think that's the
Yeah.
one thing you just can't take away is the human element. We're human
I
beings.
I think the one things that like I put my head down on the pillow at night and like will rest a little bit easier is like user adoption, right? It takes a lot for people to make change. And even if AI gets better and better, the end user still has to accept the fact that they're talking with a bot and feel comfortable doing that. I just know from my own personal stance, I wouldn't want to talk to an AI recruiter who might place me at a new job. I don't trust that bot, right? How is it supposed to really understand me and my goals, my ambitions? It can be trained on all this, all the language out there, but I just will never get to the point where I feel trustworthy enough that a robot has my best interests at heart.
Yeah,
And I
I
think
agree. And I
prospects feel the
think
same way.
100%. Yeah. And I also kind of have that a little bit uneasy feeling, like you mentioned, of 5 years from now, 10 years from now, I have no clue. Like maybe we should be more scared. But I think for right now, and as you'd mentioned, the most important thing for you to do is talk to clients, talk to candidates. And I just think that it's good, it's probably really good, but it's not all the way there that what a human can do and have that human touch in those conversations. So
Yeah, and
yeah,
I'll
I
be curious
agree.
to see if regulation comes around. Like I had a discussion with somebody. I would probably prefer if government started regulating it, that if I asked, hey, am I talking to an AI? They're then legally obligated to say yes. And if I want to opt out, they'd have to transfer me to a live person. I don't know, right? I do worry. This is constantly on my mind of like we're not just recruiting in general, like where the world will be in 5 to 10 years. I have kids, and my oldest is 8. So the world she's going to grow up in, and all the rest of them for that matter, it's going to be an AI driven world. I just worry what world they'll be in when they get to my age.
I'm just lucky I wasn't born like 100 years from now.
Sure.
We're
I mean,
we're we're
yeah.
we're we're still living in this like, the last kind of overlap, the transitional phase before AI becomes more and more robust. And
Yeah.
it is as the worst type of AI, or like I guess dumbest will be, is today, right? It'll get better
Yeah.
and better, better incrementally. And I'm like, hey, as long as it's not in my lifetime, I'm all good.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. But I mean, they're even saying like AI will be able to figure out advances in medicine and research where we could all
Yeah.
live an extra 100 years beyond what's normal. Like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, the movies like Minority Report, there's all those movies out there that have done stuff around AI. Yeah, what the world will be like. I mean, I'm more short-sighted like in the next 5 years, but
Mhm.
it'll be interesting to see how the technology advances over the next decade.
For me, what's interesting, Keely, is that a lot of similar conversations took place in the real estate space, right? So real estate agents are, if you think about it, really similar to what agency recruiters do. They're kind of the middlemen between buyer and sellers. We're the middlemen between job seekers and hiring managers. And they were freaking out like AI is going to disrupt, no more real estate agents. And they've come to a conclusion where it's like, AI there's a time and place. Right now, it's not a human being. There's still so much for it to kind of develop. There's a significant gap from it really dialing in and nailing the whole human person element. But a lot of the mundane things that real estate agents do, kind of like what we have to do when it comes to sales or recruiting, there's a lot of manual steps. If we can find ways to make that more efficient or move faster, be optimized, I'm all for that, embracing AI, right?
Me too, because it frees you up for more time to have those conversations. Again, the two highest value activities. The more you can free up to focus on those two things, I think the more successful you can be. And
Mhm.
if I'm even tying back to the question of where people slip up in the territory plan, is that stage of the sales process. It's slow, it's hard, it's kind of boring, but that slowing down phase will help you speed up as time goes on because you're going to be better informed about what's going on in your prospect's world, the industry. You become more and more of an expert, and you're going to be able to run faster than if you hadn't taken the time to slow down and really nail down your sales strategy.